and the whole team coming through. No questions about their play here today.
Phenomenal to see it. You mentioned that fateful game back in 2015 where Kenny disappeared on this very map. This time he was here with an amazing performance. They win the grand finals. Your champions, ladies and gentlemen, G2.
Down, so he'll lose his vision in the first chance of the shot, but he goes back and still finds Drake, and MBK boosted up on top of Orange's one. He's able to find two with the UMP, but eventually it is all solved. This is what you were talking about. They didn't know. No. They didn't know Apex was there, and yet he whiffs. So NIP get the site, even though it was stacked and against them. They do so with low HP on Forest, but it's double AK set. And two kits, AWP and FAMAS for body, which is sufficient against Forest, even with the armor, and with Exist going down to 13 HP. But he finds the win against body. Luckily, the call's been made, they're low. The pistol could be enough for Shocks, but Exist holds the angle on him as well.
You could be confused, Matt, for think we're watching some silvers right there. That was some of the worst aim I think I've seen all week. Apex and body whipping sitters, absolute sitters. So this is really scary. The weapon situation doesn't look as dire as it could be for NIP, and Draken making his way very quickly up mid. They know that was coming. The smoke's come in. He's taken a blind shot through the smoke. He'll have to drop back and find another duel elsewhere. Looks like they want to take over Boiler very quickly, and Kenny's going to have some angry ninjas in his face very soon.
Oh, that is fast.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Think you get menacing position with better utility. He could have been in position to try and take the fight, but he still finds it against Forest despite the missed flash. Meanwhile, the bomb does go down, so there's still a chance. NIP can hold it off. Draken has Banana to hold. If he can slide across toward the cubby, the AWP will be perfectly positioned. Not only that, he's thrown out a flash toward Ruins, so it would slow down the push. Instead, though, they want the smoke. They're going to go through it. Draken's got to be very careful not to be caught out.
Oh.
And he knows there's going to be two there now because the calls come in that they've reboosted Shocks up. So Draken, a great first shot to find body. But apparently, Shocks is in the 30-degree window that Draken does not hit and gets another defuse. 8-3 now for G2.
Matt, what is going on? Shocks has 17 kills. The closest on his team has 7. He's getting a lot done. I'm criticizing.
Okay, I was going to say, I was watching from library. He doesn't have the scoped weapon, but the AK is actually an improvement.
At this point, Matt, they could shoot him in the toe and they'll fall down as Jake and will find Kenny. Apex, Shocks, and body between them. Not a lot of HP as Forest has flashed, and they've made their way up quad side into the site, finding one, only two more.
It's a big round as Apex will finally put the AK down, but Get Right shows up perfectly timed with the gun they saved that encouraged the Force buy, a desperate one to keep them in the game, keep them off of the overtime point, and it works.
Yeah, you're going to see another buy come out from G2 here. Kenny and MBK don't have a lot of money.
Chances there. Playing on the box, very tight angle. He can strike at the last possible minute, which he does. Bomb went to pit as well. Unfortunately for Forest, it's an immediate trade back from Kenny. They still have to go to the bomb, and there's only 12 seconds to work with. If Forest had stayed alive even in a little bit longer, they may have had it. It's down to Draken. It's down to an AWP and a retake. Bomb planted. No kits. But it is a 1 versus 2, and he's close by already. Massive gap in the smoke, but Kenny naturally is staring it down on his own AWP, and that is enough for G2. We'll go 16-9, a slow start from NIP. They had a slow start.
Attack playing behind the forklift. He's going to need to go huge. Smoke comes in. Flash to follow.
It's a retake A, but it's non-traditional. Apex in the site has done very well. It's non-traditional in the fact that they pushed all the way through B. It's going to be a fast flank, and NIP has nowhere to go because Apex has stopped them in their tracks. Get Right might find a kill, but he gets greeted immediately by the flank, and Kenny shuts it all down. That's quite a good pistol round, I have to say. I like that Apex was able to hold them off, but they were so quick running out through B. I don't know what towards Shocks as well, but it's out toward middle they choose to approach. And also, that does mean, without Shocks inside of the vents, they're both in B. If they wrap to A, that's a long rotation for both players, and Body's playing outside of the site. That's the harder part to read. They can get the bomb down, but Body could quickly be on the case. Back through A main.
10 seconds, Matt. This is down to the wire right now. Body's pushing in the wrong direction. No one's going to be close to A.
Rez has to go now. Rez has to run. He's going to have to plant this immediately behind Red Crate. I don't think he just got there.
Great plan, great round so far, but now they know it's A. Get Right in a forward position. He's going to have two CTs coming his way. As I say that, they push through Z. They want to go the highway direction. Rez thinks the flank is possible.
Kenny reads it very well. They know the door was open, so they look for that direction. Get right on the AK, picked up, finds the shot immediately toward body, and shocks is red as well. NIP respond, all due to a double push and 2 kills found from Get Right at Useless.
2 on 5. What's happening there? That is a big blunder from G2. That push coming in.
Draws the attention. Shocks goes on the high ground. Down goes Kenny. You mentioned they have the money. That's fine. But Shocks needs to make an educated decision right now if he still fancies his chances. Maybe just try to take players down with the bomb because there's really no escape for Drake. And unless he does that, Shocks falls. Bomb's not going to go off. Time will expire and switch into the next round with a lead now of 7-3 for NIP.
Yeah, really good recovery there by NIP, losing 2 players early. Able to, steady the boat, get back into that round, and then recover and pick it up. They need that. Now for that frag, it's huge, and then to finish off with the final kill, bleeding out like that. Great round.
Slightly tilted on our replay. Or is that just me?
It's probably just us.
Okay. It looked a little sideways, but it was a good play from Drake, and again, like you say, Get Right was able to take the peaks as soon as the player advance went down. He'll go back to mid as well. Fancies his chances. Molotov on the boost. Back to the pistols for G2. Boost would have been okay, considering they have 2 deagles, but instead they'll group and play the numbers game. The numbers game flashed off already by Draken. And he's got the number.
Now for that frag, it's huge, and then to finish off with the final kill, bleeding out like that. Great round.
Slightly tilted on our replay. Or is that just me?
It's probably just us.
Okay. It looked a little sideways, but it was a good play from Draken, and again, like you say, Get Right was able to take the peaks as soon as the player advance went down. He'll go back to mid as well. Fancies his chances. Molotov on the boost. Back to the pistols for G2. Boost would have been okay, considering they have 2 deagles, but instead they'll group and play the numbers game. The numbers game flashed off already by Draken. And he's got the number.
We see him upgrading to that AWP. He must know a buy's coming. They didn't have any head armor then. They know that. Does he just opt to stay with the UMP? And it looks like he will. And the buy has come through from G2. 2 smokes, a couple of flashbangs. Not a lot to work with, so we're going to need some heads-up Counter-Strike here. Some duels going in their favor. Retake A coming in earlier. It looks like they wanted to go for that mid-boost, but the Molotov will force them away. Now they are going to be in the case here. They've managed to get the bomb down in enough time, round and round again. We're down to 30 seconds and not even close to a bomb site as Apex finally opening up. Rez going to trade out one onto body, and now they have to make a decision. They have to pick a bomb site. That bomb is still in limbo right now.
Good shot, Apex, as he divides all the way through middle. Draken is fast to go back and find Kenny. He's got problems, though, because they're heading toward truck. He doesn't exactly know where to go right now. You can see the hesitation as he tries to find space, but he finds it effectively, taking down MBK. Forrest will apply pressure by getting Apex. That's the flank, and Draken is stepping up in overtime, as this time he will win the round with 3 kills.
How is he such a menace in those situations?
Next, getting Forrest from the mid position on bomb. Is actually going to head back over toward B. They're hoping that MBK can cause rotations, and a little bit of utility will pull a rotation. It has gotten Get Right closer.
Apex with another one, 3-on-3 situation.
That's Rez getting aggressive, trying to push back out to get information. He doesn't necessarily need to do so. MBK in with a flash.
He's on the side already.
They've pushed NIP all the way off it. Exists, good shot to Apex, drops bomb temporarily. Kenny immediately on the trade, throws bomb across. He's going to keep the AWP in position, but what he doesn't realize, or does he, is that Get Right is against the wall, just sees enough of a foot to fire, and it's Draken again that has to step up for NIP. His 3rd straight round in overtime, he has to do so. He's 1 for 1 in success so far. Bomb planted wide, he knows that means A main is a factor. MBK is in a perfect position as well to jump over top of the red crate, and Kenny is going to get it beforehand. It's G2 with the 1-round lead as we swap halves.
That post plant was played really well. Obviously, there was the fear of the play when they get those full guns going with attacks on. It's just a pounce on the B side. They're pushing straight in. Rez caught off guard.
How does he stay alive? If he had found a kill there, he'd done way more than he was worth, considering the damage. Overtime might be on the cards again. It's the 2 pistols and rifles and the fast play. Good shot from Get Right, but it's only worth 1. Better entrance from Exist. That gives NIP footing, and a better footing as Draken again on the AWP, but it's down to just T remaining, and he's just sitting in the open as MBK rotates around. We are not done. Additional rounds needed again for NIP to get a second, or their first, but in the second map of a series.
Jesus, Joseph, and Mary, Matthew. I got another one in there.
But Cajun B does fight back with 1.
Mo ready and waits. They walk in. No shot success, but Hobbit will find it. Hobbit will find 3, in fact. And Adren is able and ready to swing back out. Another MP9 kill. It's got to be the highest amount of MP9 kills in one tournament.
Yeah.
Peter, another stat. Please look it up.
You always give him some challenges, don't you?
6, one word for it. Speaking of, how you feeling, Henry?
I'm all right. That's perked me up a little bit there. The MP9 play gets the bomb down as well. That's round over. But Cajun B does take down Fitch. Config chimes in as well. So not over just yet. The 3-on-2, but that bomb position, surely that's got to be it. But Config's not backing down.
Adren is backed off the bomb as well. He knows he can't sit there alone. They're slowly going to be working toward his position. And Mo is the only other approach of holding it. And he was far away. Adren decides to be more clever. Knows they're inside the A site. Either they go up the ladder, that's fine. They can gamble in doing so, but more likely, because you won't have information at the top of the ladder, they're going to go back towards spawn.
10 seconds.
And he goes in the last place they would expect to find him. 10 seconds, Adren will run. He just wants to save the gun and make it a 6th straight round. Although, he's heard the noise, sees the Molotov, stands in the flames, and gets Config down as well. 4 kills for Adren in the round.
The new in-game leader for Gambit with the godlike plays. Pushing inside, you don't get much better timing than that map with the to have, but he caught out of position here, but somehow hits the shot. Now it's the 1v1. Fitch on low HP as well. Config knows he's got this round for days. He knows Fitch is at the backtracks right now. There's that Molotov.
Goes at one side, knows he has to go the other, unless he goes above, which he reads as well. Config makes it 12-12.
So confident there. He knew he'd won that round. Very calm. I don't know how he gets the first kill in the 2 versus.
The CZ pistol of choice. We've seen a change, a shift in some of the weapons. As we mentioned, the MP9's been out a lot. The CZ's been out a lot more frequently as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's probably the most prevalent tournament for it to date.
One of the other shifts that people have been not mentioning as much, but that the M4A4 is by far the dominant of the two now.
Yeah.
Very, very rare do I see an A1S.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's been a slower shift, so it's been less noticeable, but it certainly has happened. Cajun B, he's made it happen with the AWP to take down Fitch. Valda follows up, and it's going to be North. Despite losing 7 rounds in a row, that cling it all together, or do they? I was going to say in time to take back the lead if things continue, because Mo's still on the side. He's able to slow them down a second longer. That brings Doja on a flank. Doja on a flank, but in the open with Valda, and 2 players to face, who pulls it back North's way.
Still anyone's game here. Looked like Gambit were going to run away with the second half, but North coming to life now on the T side. You're right. It seemed like that was a round that was destined for them. You made it. They've got 4 of those. They've got some presence towards main entrance, so it could work out. There they are. No real damage inflicted, I'm afraid. Started down to 84, so it doesn't really find anything significant.
A lot of Doja when he's peeked out from the pallets. Valda gets ready for Adren to push up and successfully finds him. Pistols trying to stack and do what they can. They've found kills in a multitude of times, but this time it's Valda that's gotten all of the kills for him and his side to put North on 14. He's looking for the ace as well. He's got 4.
Why not?
Ace Ventura, pet detective, on the case, searching for a wild Fitch.
Might as well. He's up against default pistols, no armor, and he might just find it as well. It's a nice Molotov. He'll force him out. There it is. You love to see it. The ace coming out. The Eco Cobra. It's not bad. It's going to be 14-12 for North now. Touching distance of picking up Gambit.
That he's created with his own smoke thrown forward as Mo already finds MSL. Doja as well steps up, and it's Adren to follow, but it's not all clear-cut because Cajun and Valda get kills back. Bomb's not planted. Cajun buys more space, more time, and he's going to sit to try and do the same with Bomb down. They win this, and North could find the map on their doorstep. That goes more aggressive as well. They continue to search for Fitch. He's confused because the ricochet of the bullets mislead, and he thinks there's one behind him. It's Hobbit above. Hobbit and Fitch. Oh! Good shot, Cajun. But then he holds still.
He's not moving.
Okay, he actually did that on purpose. It was very confusing because everyone held still after the shot came through. But Fitch is going to continue to try and go closer to the site to try and pull back with the kit and hold it down. But Cajun walks back in. Fitch, he's not moving. He's trying to do a bit of a mind game to play Cajun, who does not buy it. 15 rounds for North.
It seemed like a really telegraphed execution there from North. It didn't work out initially because he dropped the incendiary.
Saw flashed up. It's going to be Fitch that finds MSL as well. He's done well on the site with 19 HP. He's going to try and rotate around. Hobbit sees the shadow of Valda going up. Oh, misses the easy shot. He tried to go for trigger discipline. It still works out for him because Fitch is able to get Valda as he's distracted. A 3rd kill for him, 1 for Hobbit, and Mo will close out the round. We play for overtime.
We do indeed. The money's not already there for North either. They went.
Oh, and Molotovs. Bounces back. Ball, meanwhile, in the hallways could go over toward B, and there's no one there, at least for the moment, by which they considered the possibility. But Doja and Adren have rotated since, and Doja is elevated to a higher position as Adren watches the upper point.
They normally smoke this, but AZ's overextended slightly. How is he still alive? They'll know it's an inside play, but Adren can hit the shots here.
There's the gun butt sticking up off his holster. Adren, he's gone down. It's going to be Doja that's found. He falls off the train just in due time as Cajun, he's able to grab the bomb back. But watch for Adren to push up. Finds Volda. Low HP on Cajun B. He's only got 3. As Adren shuffles over, he's not kept track of where he's gone, misses the jump to the high pillar, and now it's beside him. He had no idea he was there, and it's 3 straight rounds in overtime for North.
What an absolute monstrous game from Cajun B it's been. It looked like it was done.
Config sits, though, ready with the AWP. Even though they've come through connector, they have to go back toward him. That's to their detriment. As AZ gets ready again with the M4, Adren will trade it back quick enough that it pulls Config's attention. They'll win the round on time, and a kill to close it out, from Volda. I thought it was getting low on time, but it was Volda that beat it to it, so it now is 14 North with 2 to go.
Dude, they really were never going to get back into that at that point when they were in the pit, just because Shox had the AK-47. He's the one that needs to take over the bomb site, and he's got low HP, he's in the pit. He just can't be the aggressor. And Kenny's hoping for some picks, hoping someone peek, but without anything given to him, he as well wasn't going to be able to do anything into that site. Config, go find some kills tactic coming out. He's in boiler with Cajun at the moment. Looking like they want to take over some control of mid. This is another round. You're going to see a pop flash peek at B for G2 because Shox has rotated over. Here it comes. There's the peek. It's won by AZ. And Apex is out in the open. He wins the first. And NBK going to get aggressive behind it as well.
Yeah, but the AK here for AZ, that's a great triple. It's been about time, but Kenny has taken down Cajun on the other side. Now I was about to say, if they push into Kenny, that might have a very sad ending for North. G2.
Not moving.
Yeah, and I don't think they should. Traversing the map with that much time, imagine all the corners you have to check to make sure that there isn't someone hiding. I think that's the real problem.
Yes, and on Inferno, economy is king. We're seeing that here. Both teams making decision deep into their CT halves to save money. And neither team has been able to string gun rounds together, except for, I mean, North towards the end, but G's farther back, and he's not going to make that same play again. It was everything identical to this deja vu, except, oh, there it is, the shoulder peek. They're going to hunt him down. They don't want him to get away, and he does, just barely. Apex is here for the backup. Great teamwork from G2. That's the bomb in CT spawn. That could be the first map.
It looks like it might be. Valdez coming out, but not checking the corner, and Shox is going to drop him. AZ with 16 health and missing the chance. 20 seconds. If they don't fight, they win, and Apex will take him down 16-12 as G2 take down North on map number 1 of the Grand Finals. It was getting very scary towards the end there for the French, I feel like, but some good timeouts.
Yeah.
A little bit of an adjustment, a little bit more aggression, and it works out.
And there's only so long you can keep Kenny quiet on that AWP. I think that was the big difference towards the end. You started seeing him get, you know, his 1, maybe his 2 kills per round. His openings, obviously on Cajun right there at the end, was beautiful. And they did everything they possibly could to make that comeback happen. And Cajun yeah.
Would you go so far as to call this the MSL era, Moses?
I think.
Can I get those words out of your mouth?
That's a you thing that you've been saying all day long.
Oh, man.
We already had one of those, a full weekend of it.
We had a whole weekend, yes. 4-3. I think North are going to be quite happy if they can get up to, you know, 7-ish rounds on the first half here. Should be comfortable for them. If they win the next one, though, G2 definitely won't be happy. That's most of their economy gone, so need to keep fighting here.
And North is looking to put a stop to these kinds of A plays, and this is where you should do it. You have 3 players here on the defense. AZ, Config, and MSL. Apex spamming through, just a little bit luckier, and he might be able to take down Config. Walking down the stairs among a hail of bullets. It's always awkward if the smoke fades. Who's going to win it? This time it's going to be Config. 1 more kill. Do the economic damage, force 1 more rebuy, force a drop of a weapon. Or you could just throw away the AWP, make sure that if they want to have the double op setup, they can rebuy it, but he's going to go for the win. It's a nice shot on Cajun. Both ops down.
MSL hiding by the cannon in the corner. It's a hard position to check because when you get up to that corner, there are a lot of other places you'd rather be looking.
telling you, I think you should throw the op away, pick up the rifle, and go from there.
Let's see what he does. He doesn't have any armor, so maybe he doesn't want to fight any kind of extended spray fight.
No, but the percentage of winning this is still pretty low, considering all the corners he has to check. Keep the op out, make them invest the money, because the double op is very expensive. We know that.
Just imagine if he Molotovs the cannon corner instead. Body turning his back, and he's going to be jumping up. Doesn't look like he's aware, and MSL will get the kill. Still, that's an incredible effort from Body.
Yeah.
And you have to appreciate that that round might have been lost. And he's going to get the kill, dropping the bomb. Suddenly, G2 are on the bomb side after all. Shox is gone next. Apex with a great headshot. He's already got the double. One more would do it, taking the economy away. He's on the stairwell. He's got the time, and a flick comes in. Apex with a triple. And that little cheeky smile. G2 up to 11. A gorgeous round.
A very hectic round because North wanted to execute. They likely do not win this round. They were about to be run over. Brilliant stuff from G2. Some confusing rotations around drop, though, with Kenny S's AWP still. They get away with it. It's back to pistols for the North side of things. They have utility this time, and Config wants to get aggressive. He wants to make something happen. He knows Shox is up here waiting for the reload. And now he slowly creeps through. No footsteps made. There's the shots. There's the kill. He's going for one more. NBK in the open. He's open for the deagle, but it's not coming in.
It goes down to Config in the second barrage. Body has to be very careful. He can't go down here. He's going to have to stick around and defend Kenny. Otherwise, he's alone with the AWP in those double doors. And this time, the flank for Apex is not quick enough. Valde comes charging through. And as you see now, they put the pressure on Kenny. He missed. He does get a shot on Valde, but he has to back off. Apex, can he open it up again? This time, he's going to fall. And you said it, Config. Such a strong player. Triple in the round. And North winning. Kill away, and it's gonna happen. 16-9 as G2 are your Dreamhack Masters champions. Amazing.
From start to finish in these games, G2 has looked so focused, so prepared, dismantling a team that we said the very same thing about just yesterday. Kenny S with the opping in this grand final was phenomenal, and the whole team coming through. No questions about their play here today.
Jackson.